All right, guys, here is our pretty original 1979 Porsche 930 we picked up in Southern California. So this guy lived in Costa Mesa, and this was part of his collection. He bought it about 20 years ago in the early 2000s, and he bought it from the original owner, who was a friend of his. They were in the movie scene. He's actually a cameraman for a lot of major movies, and he still is. This was just a car that he bought from his friend who worked in the same field as him. So he owned it all these years. He's never done really much to it. According to him, the car never gave him any problems. He did miscellaneous services. There was one major service, which wasn't really major. It was just in-depth tune-up, and I think I have the receipts for that. We'll show you everything I have. I don't think anything major is ever really done to this. It's never had any complete repaints, although I'm pretty sure some parts of it have been touched up. We'll show you guys a paint meter towards the end of it. This car is very original inside and out. All the details I'll try to show in this video. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to call me. I absolutely love this car, and the way it sounds, you guys won't be disappointed. All right, let's go through the interior now. So I think the only thing that's not original in this car is the radio. They put another radio in there, but you can see the color code right there. This is an unrestored car, so it's in good shape. I would say really good shape for its age. The seats have no rips, no sign of excessive wear. Door jambs are clean. This is a California car, so it's got all of its California EPA regulations, stickers, everything you need for California emissions. It passes every year, so it is California compliant. The headliner's nice. The headliner under here is also nice. I just put it up so you guys can see the sunroof works. It's got really good carpets. So you got the original mats, but under here you got brand new carpets. Those are still in the original dealer plastic, which is really cool. The dash. You guys have to remember, this thing's over 40 years old and looking this good. Original, never been restored, never been, tampered with. It's pretty remarkable. You guys see the back area. Original carpets in the back also. Seats are in good shape. And back here is also in good shape. All right, let's go through the passenger side. So same thing, interior, nice, clean, very original. Door jambs are clean. Seats are in good shape. Headliner's clean. So again, you got the carpets, but under here you got the original dealer covered in plastic carpet. No funky wiring on the bottom. So this trunk area is very clean. As you guys see, you got the toolkit that's full. You got owner's manual packets. You even have the Clifford alarm lock with the original owner's name right there. Pretty cool to see all that stuff. I don't know if that's a Clifford alarm or the radio. I'm not sure, but it's got tools in there, and we'll show you the books later. All right, so under this, it's all nice and clean the way you want to see it. No fronting collisions or anything like that. No rust. This is the factory spare tire, date coded correctly to the car. All right, let's fire this car up. So even when this car sat, because this guy, he owned a collection of cars, a small one. It was all his cars that he loved. But even when it sat for a couple months, I went there and it fired right up and it sounded just like it does right now. No excessive smoking out the tailpipe. This motor just purrs beautifully. You can see it's always been California compliant because the way it runs is just absolutely super clean. Original AC obviously is disconnected, but it's cool to see the original unit still there. You can tell it's kind of untouched. It's all kind of crammed in, so it's hard to show you much. This car is an absolute monster. I'm not sure if you can hear that on the phone. So much power. Car runs and drives really good. You see me driving it right now. You can take your hands off the steering wheel. It keeps going straight. It handles really nicely. Our gauges, I believe they're all working. Here they are. They all appear to be working to me. Again, a whole lot of power. You can see why they call it the Widowmaker. Alright guys, so we just got done driving this car. We're going to show you everything we can underneath. Transmission looks really nice under here. As you guys can see, tranny numbers, if you guys can read that there. Floors, of course, no rust, no corrosion. This is California, guys. And now you know it's a Porsche, and we've been driving it, so oil is thinner when you drive it. And we'll point out anything I could tell. All of this looks very dry. There's no drips. I see a drip right here, and I can't tell from where it's coming from because this is all looks fine. I'm not sure. Maybe it's coming from right here, the oil cooler, and it's dripping down. I'm not sure, but it's something minor. I don't think it's anything that needs immediate attention. Every Porsche has something, some kind of moisture that comes out of it. It's just a matter of if someone points it out. Besides that, timing cover looks dry. The case itself looks dry. This side looks pretty dry. Both valve covers look really dry also. And again, this is after a long drive. So if it's gonna drip or anything, it'll drip. Valve covers look really good. Transmission, I didn't see any drips out of there either. Wheel well is clean, original. Nothing crazy here. Your oil lines don't look too bad either. You can see the valve covers in there. Pretty clean, pretty dry. Transmission, it's very nice. Tires here also in good shape. Let's go to the other side. So the valve cover looks dry. This section looks pretty clean also to your turbo. The shocks look like they've probably been replaced. Original Porsche turbo. Alright guys, let's go through the front of the floors. So you'll notice everything here. Gaps are nice. I don't see any paint lines here. You could see the original bumps over here, meaning that's the original fender. Wheel wells are clean. Nothing really to point out. Tires have amazing thread, and the wheels look incredible. They look really nice. No rust, nothing like that. This thing has always been in California. Same thing on this side, it's all pretty clean. You got the original bumps right here, and then there's really no sign of like, you know, some poor paint or something like that. Or paint. I don't have very much record, this is all we have really. So it comes with some miscellaneous smog receipts, one service, nothing major. And then you have the owner's manual. You can see it's always been in California since it was new. It was brought into SoCal. Let's see what's over here. So not much over here either. This is unfortunately all I got from the guys, so this is all you guys are getting. And that's about it. Alright guys, so it got dark on me. Here's my paint meter. So you can see here, this is original paint. This I would say is original paint. This I would say is original paint. And the numbers are all going to vary slightly because it all depends on how the clear wear it off. This door I would say is original paint. This I would still say is original paint. Depends on how you cleaned it and whatnot. I know that this side has been painted, so from here, I believe this has been touched up in the past. It's still not that high. Over here, I would assume they touched up this too. Here, I know that this was painted, so you know this was also painted. And then here, I would assume, has been also painted. The roof, I think, has not been painted. And this panel here, I don't believe has been painted either. So, based off my paint meter, this panel's original, this panel's original, that panel's original, this panel's original, this panel's original. This panel has been touched up. This panel, I believe, has also been touched up. This panel has been touched up. And this door, I believe, has also been touched up. The roof seems original on this side. And this fender also, I would say, is original. So I would say majority of the car is original paint. It had some touch-ups in the past, and you can only assume that because of the car's age. I'm sure they had to do some kind of cleanup through the years. But it all looks even. It all blends in, and I would say they did a good job on everything they did.